Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
Hey Teddy, have you noticed how little attention science and health issues get in the media?
Totally, Edgar, yet science information is very important.
Yeah, for sure. That's why the Health Journalists Network is here.
How can they help?
They are a group of journalists dedicated to advancing public understanding of healthcare issues through impactful reporting on health and science.
Oh, really?
Yes, they meet up every month with scientists and researchers, policymakers, and activists at the science media cafes. They then relay what they discuss to the public.
Does that benefit us?
Oh yes, very much so. This helps with health and science literacy for a healthy Ugandan society.
Okay. I love getting informed about science and health issues. Health information makes all the difference between life and death. I'll look them up and engage them.
That's great. They are based all over the country.
Oh, okay. That's interesting, and they should be making real impact.
They are empowering health communities through journalism. Journalists can save lives just like doctors.
The Alternative Dig Talk. Real issues, real talk.
It is the mighty Global News Updates. Thank you so much for being part of the Alternative Dig Talk TV. If you're watching us for the first time, you're watching the Alternative Dig Talk TV. We thank you for always sparing some time to watch this mighty show. My name is Kenneth Bw'Ebijambiya, and we come here every Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. to give you matters of national importance. And in this initial segment of the mighty Global News Updates, we tell you what's happening in this country, Uganda, what's happening outside, because we believe you have to know every information that comes in. So as long as you are a subscriber, we promise to continue doing that. If you have not yet subscribed, please do it. Tap that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell if you are watching us on YouTube, such that whenever we go live, you can watch this show. Not only watching the already uploaded show, but you can still watch and go in with us, start with us the conversation, and enjoy from the very beginning when we are still live. I thank you so much, and we have a lot of information to tell you here. Outside Uganda, it is really getting tense. The tension is rising between the United States of America and now Iran. There are possibilities of a war breaking out. Here in Uganda, we are preparing to have prayers for retired Colonel Dr. Kizza Besigye and other political prisoners. These prayers will be conducted at Lubaga Cathedral at exactly 2 p.m. And the Alternative Dig Talk TV will stream this event from the very beginning. So please stick with us and subscribe as early as now. Turn on the notification bell as early as now, such that whenever that event starts, you will receive a notification and follow along to see what will be happening there. But this comes after the wife to Dr. Besigye said the only option now is seeking God's intervention to make sure at least Dr. Besigye is out of custody and even other political prisoners. The wife to Dr. Besigye, Engineer Bw'Ebijambiya, says the government has done all the worst to her husband, Dr. Kizza Besigye, and now they are resorting to prayer as one of the ways to seek God's intervention to make sure her husband is out of custody. She insists that the husband is in critical condition, is unwell, and has been multiple times denied access to proper health facilities to make sure they check and examine him thoroughly to make sure he is in good state. The wife says Dr. Besigye is unwell and needs immediate medical attention. The situation at Luzira is not that favorable. So the prayers will be conducted today at 2 p.m. Be part of this, and we will stream it live as usual. We urge you to be part and do not miss any event. Now, in our other news, the police has confirmed the arrest of 3 suspects that were seen in a viral video trying to attack and rob an individual in the areas of Gwanda, at Gwanda Shopping Mall in Kisenyi. The police has confirmed that at least 3 of the suspects are in their custody to help in the investigations. That even the motorcycle that was used was also taken to police, and they are still investigating to find out more. And this was confirmed by Rachel Kawala, the police spokesperson for Kampala Metropolitan, and she has confirmed that police already has those. And in that video that was circulating on social media, shows a group of individuals attacking a man, grabbing his bag. One of the gangs was holding a panga, trying to attack this individual who was trying to defend himself, and those who came in to defend him were also threatened. And now police says the investigations are continuing to find out more and get all the criminals arrested. As you are seeing on that screen, that's how the situation was at Gwanda Shopping Mall. The crime rate is increasing in the town, and many people are saying that the security should now be tight. And this is not the only incident that has been like that. Now, still in the same way, in the areas of Bw'Ebijambiya, there has been human remains were discovered in the drainage channel in Bw'Ebijambiya, and they were in a sack. A thigh of a human being and feet were discovered in the drainage channel in the areas of Bw'Ebijambiya. The residents said they do not know how this could have happened, but the police has kicked off investigations to find out more regarding that incident and to know who could be the person killed, those remains, who could they be for. And now the police will give a report soon regarding that incident. But the crime rate is increasing in the city, and it is sparking concerns amid leaders and all concerned citizens. Away from that, there is a lady or a mother of Alvin Nyanjo, the late now. Alvin Nyanjo was a student at Makerere University Business School, and he died now 6 months back. But the mother still says she has not gotten justice. Up to now, the police has not done enough investigation to find out how her son died. The mother, known as Margaret Kisembo, says the son was allegedly killed by the girlfriend. The son, who is Alvin Nyanjo, had gone to visit the girlfriend at the hostel where he died from. According to investigations and the family members, what the family members say, the boy had gone to visit the girlfriend, and on arrival at the hostel where he had expected to find the girl was not there. And now on the girl's return to find the boyfriend at the place, the girl said she found the boyfriend already hanging on the rope, something the family does not agree on and accept. The family says the boy was killed, and the girl could be behind that killing with another friend of Alvin, who they say was cheating with this girlfriend of Alvin Nyanjo. And that was the reason as to why this boyfriend had gone to check on the girl to find out whether the WhatsApp chats that were discovered in the phone relating the girlfriend now to the friend of Alvin Nyanjo were true. And now on arrival of the boy, that sad incident happened. But the girl says they found him hanging on the rope, and they had to rush him to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. But up to now, the family is not satisfied with the police investigations. The Ginger Road police says they are still conducting investigations. They are still finding out more, but there wasn't enough evidence that could make all of the suspects get arrested, including the girlfriend and now the friend to Alvin, who they say was also part of this and was the one cheating with that girlfriend of Alvin. And now the mother cries, saying she has not received justice up to now. 6 months down the road, Alvin Nyanjo is no more, and now the girlfriend and all the suspects are moving freely. All the people that had been arrested to help in the investigations are out of custody up to now, and the mother says the police is not showing any interest in helping the mother, Margaret Chisembo, find justice in this critical moment. But the police insists they are making thorough investigations, that the investigations are still ongoing. They are here to find out what really caused the death of Alvin Nyanjo. But for the arrest of the suspects, the police says they do not have so far enough evidence to have them arrested. But the investigations are ongoing. That's the message coming in from the police. And away from that story, as we have been seeing the elections happening here in our country, Uganda, married with violence sometimes, it could be unexpected in church. However, that's how it did happen in the church of Katwe. There was chaos as they were trying to conduct internal polls in there. Almost the people fighting with the church leaders, and the police was rushed in to be on standby to make sure the situation does not escalate and now turn out to be the worst. The polls were finally conducted and they had to elect their leaders, but others were insisting that the polls had to be postponed, saying the people who were going to vote in the church were not the members, that some people had been brought in, they were not members of the church, and that the church administration was interested in some members, was favoring some members who were in this election, and now they had to bring in people from outside, something that pissed off some members of the church, and they called for cancellation of the polls to make sure they have a free and fair election. But the Reverend of that church, Reverend Flavian Sebunyambo, said they had to conduct those polls by all means, and eventually they did conduct them amid tension and exchange of bitter words inside the church, something that has not been expected, especially in these elections of the church, where we would expect to see peace. The police was outside the church on standby to make sure everything moves on well, but this has left many questioning where the church could be heading if this violence can come in even in the church that has been condemning violence during elections and other forms of injustice. But the church has said everything will be better, and as we speak, the situation is normal and peace is reigning in the church. But it has sparked conversations everywhere, everyone questioning what next, if the polls in the church could also be like this. Now, allow me to take you to our other stories. The National Resistance Movement is now considering the people in the diaspora to start voting, even include them in their party structures. They now say that diaspora is also now like a constituency here in our country, Uganda, and they should involve them in everything. There's unemployment here in the country, and many people are going abroad seeking for greener pastures, meaning that the population of Ugandans outside is rising, that it is now time for the government of the Republic of Uganda to think about them, and now saying that them as the National Resistance Movement, they are preparing to make sure Ugandans outside also participate in the electoral processes here in the country, in the NRM structures, and they are also observed as any other individuals or any other Ugandans, that they also have the rights to vote like all the Ugandans do, and that it is high time the government of Uganda considered them. And all of this was said in Rwelo at Ambassador Abi Walusimbi's home, where they were conducting prayers for his son Isaac Chigozi Walusimbi, who died last month. Many people have welcomed this, saying that the diaspora community should be also looked at and now favored to be part of the electoral processes here in our country, Uganda, as part of promoting democracy in the country and democracy for all the people. Now it is time to take you outside Uganda. You know what's happening over there. Alternative TikTok TV has never stopped doing research for you. All we need from you is tapping that like button and sharing this conversation to a friend, and also being part of us always, because we will never let you down. The United States of America and Iran have had clashes for some time now. There has been pressure building up between the United States of America and Iran, now at a moment where everyone is not knowing what next. Many people expecting that at any time there could be a war breaking out between the United States of America and Iran. There's heavy military buildup near Iran. The United States of America is saying they are ready to strike the Iranian government, and Iran is responding in the same way, saying they are also ready to defend themselves. Everything is on standby, much as there has been negotiations ongoing. But when the officials were asked, including the President of Iran, Masoud Pezeshkian, and the Supreme Leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, they said they will defend their country regardless of the threats from the United States of America. The United States says Iran is targeting all the protesters and silencing the protesters, harming them, killing thousands of them. The Iranian government says all these people are being brought in by the United States government to attack the leadership of Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, something they say they are not ready to tolerate, that Iran is an independent country and now the United States is trying to harm them. It's an enemy and that wants Iran down. The United States says they have to stop their nuclear program, they have to let protesters have their freedom and protest. And there are reports that the United States wants to take over some oil fields, although this could still be a rumor, but there are reports coming in from several people saying the United States is targeting the oil fields in Iran, but the Iranian government is saying they are ready to defend themselves, they are ready to strike the bases of the United States of America if the situation calls for that. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, the supreme leader of Iran, says they are ready to defend their country, they would not be threatened. The government of the United States of America, President Donald J. Trump, says they are going to strike Iran if they do not comply with the guidelines they are giving them, if they do not follow the negotiations that are ongoing, although we had promises from both countries saying that the negotiations were going to be peaceful, were going to be very fruitful. And now the Iranian government says that not all of the resolutions, not all of the plans or goals of the United States of America in these negotiations will be met, that the United States should accept that some of the goals of the negotiations will not be met, but the government of the United States is insisting that Iran has to surrender their nuclear program, has to allow protesters have their freedom. And we are learning that even protesters are increasing. The protesting is starting afresh in Iran, something that could lead the United States now coming in the guise of protecting the protesters and eventually expanding into a large-scale war. But both countries have said they are ready for each other. The United States is ready to strike, and the warships are being sent in large numbers. The heavy military presence of the United States of America in strategic positions to strike Iran. Iran is also doing some military drills, saying they are ready to attack in any way if the United States of America does not respect the sovereignty of Iran. And that marks the end of the mighty global news updates, but the mighty drive continues and the princess is already here in the studio. I'm Kenneth Remire Mbere Wasimbira. Good morning for now.